Offices in Jacksonville and throughout Florida. You might not be able to give your country all your time, but you can give your all in the time that you have. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform, all you need is the best that you got. Join and visit airforce.com today. Doubletree is known for delicious warm chocolate chip cookies baked fresh daily. The cookies represent the constant dedication to the guest experience and is a thoughtful touch that ensures you feel special and cared for throughout your stay. Book your stay today at Doubletree by Hilton, Jacksonville Riverfront, a proud partner of Jacksonville University Athletics. Fans, a friendly reminder that the restrooms here at John Sessions Stadium are located just down the stairs on the first base side. JU and the A-Sun promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the umpires in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Thank you, fans, for your cooperation.
Guess who's back? Still doing this, Andre? Oh, yeah. Check me out. It's still Trey J, AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block. Ladies, they say homage, but haters say Trey fell off. Wow, my last album was...
and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to John Sessions Stadium for tonight's ASUN matchup presented by United Rentals. Tonight and all weekend, featuring the visiting Owls of Kennesaw State University and your Jacksonville Dolphins. Now, fans, let's meet the starters for tonight's ball game. First, the Kennesaw State Owls. Leading off, playing center field, number 13, Josh Hatcher. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 2, Tyler Simon. Batting third for Kennesaw State, playing third base, number 4, Cash Young. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 10, Zach Corbett. Batting fifth for the Owls, playing first base, number 25, Donovan Cash. Batting sixth, catcher, number 23, Nick Hassan. Batting seventh for Kennesaw State, playing right field, number 21, Bryden Eadson. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 1, Spencer Henson. And batting ninth, playing second base, number 8, Hudson Mims. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Kennesaw State Owls is the right-hander, number 11, Jack Myers. The Owls are led by Ryan Coe, assisted by Derek Tucker, Matthew Passau, and Austin Upshaw. Now, fans, here's tonight's starting lineup for your Jacksonville Dolphins. Leading off, the shortstop, number 2, Chase Malloy. Batting second, the left fielder, number 9, Jonah Diaz. Batting third for the Dolphins, second baseman, number 4, Jesus Pacheco. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 8, Christian Coypel. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 23, Blake DeLameleur. Batting sixth for the Dolphins, catcher, number 20, Jake Bird. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 5, Jackson Grabsky. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 10, Elias Flowers. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 12, Cam Ridley. Tonight's starting pitcher for your Jacksonville Dolphins is the right-hander, number 6, Mason Adams. The Dolphins are led by head coach Chris Hayes, assisted by Jerry Edwards, Brad Wilkerson, Matt Lewson. The director of baseball operations is Chris Rodriguez, and the athletic trainer is Bo Owens. John Sessions Stadium. Here come the Dolphins. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we invite you to stand. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All my hunters turn to racks, all my ladies turn to snacks. SUVs black on SUVs black on black. I was fucking up, but now I'm back on track. That's a fact.
The official office supply provider of the Dolphins. Now let's head to the ball.
Come on, cash and have, it ain't hurt. Main chicks say I'm a flirt. All the women fall for me, I make them press that like.
Ready to go here in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville and Kennesaw State starting off conference play here in A-Sun. Tonight it is the first of three scheduled between Jacksonville and Kennesaw State. We had lightning in the area, a potential for rain, so the field was tarped. We were supposed to get going at 7. Here it is 8:30, and we are ready to roll 8:31, in fact, as Mason Adams concludes his warm-up pitches, and the dynamic Friday night starter for the Dolphins gets the ball again here at home, and he is looking to just continue what he has done here through the early part of the season, and that is absolutely dominate on Friday nights. Adams has been, as head coach Chris Hayes described it in his Clubhouse Chatter podcast on Thursday, a guy who has earned every bit of the success he has had this year with his hard work, both late last season and then in his work building up to this season over the summer, getting his body right, getting his mind right, and getting ready to take advantage of the opportunity that has presented itself for him to take over for Tyler Santana as the Friday night starter for the Dolphins, and he has lived up to the billing here thus far. Josh Hatcher, Tyler Simon, Cash Young, the three at the top of the order for Kennesaw State, due up here in the first inning as Adams sets from the middle of the rubber and delivers. First pitch swinging and a ground ball to the right side, knocked down by the second baseman Pacheco, but by the time he gathered it and threw on to first, unable to get the out there in time. So first pitch swinging for Josh Hatcher, and he reaches.
For Kennesaw State, shortstop number 2, Tyler Simon.
On a leadoff single, and Hatcher is aboard to begin things here tonight. Do you think Kennesaw State was tired of waiting? They get out there an hour and a half later, and they get things started with the first hit of the night. Now here's Tyler Simon, the preseason All-A-Sun selection, and he shows bunt, pushes it down the first base line, but it rolls foul about halfway up. And aggressive here so far for a Kennesaw State team that has traditionally always been a strong hitting team under the leadership of first-year head coach Ryan Coe, a former standout for the Owls himself back in the day, as he takes over for the legendary Mike Sansing, who retired at the conclusion of last season. Runner at first in this top of the first, and an 0-1 count on Simon. The right-hander Adams kicks and fires, and Simon shoots one out to deep right center field. It is carrying back to the wall, and it is off the base of the wall. Picked up and right by DeLamiler. They wave the runner Hatcher around third. No throw. RBI double by Tyler Simon. And Kennesaw State, before anybody could even get settled in, have a 1-0 lead.
Now batting, Kennesaw State.
Single RBI double on just 3 pitches. And the Owls jump out to an early lead. Boy, they couldn't have drawn it up any better for Kennesaw State here in how things have started. And now it's Cash Young, the transfer from Georgia College and State. Another preseason All-A-Sun selection starting at third base. Another righty batter in there. First pitch from Adams, a swing and a miss. You always do have to wonder for a starting pitcher in a game that gets delayed. You have a bit of a routine you get into. Everything is timed up. When all that gets pushed or delayed slightly, does it throw you off your rhythm some? 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball that is knocked foul to the right side, 0-2. Hitters, you go in the cage, you take a few hacks, and you can kind of jump in there, be ready to go. But if you're a pitcher, especially one that may be a little more meticulous in your preparation, All of a sudden, an hour and a half delay may throw everything off. 0-2 pitch, buried in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Jake Berg. Makes it a 1-2 count. Jacksonville defensively tonight, Jonah Diaz out in left, Cam Ridley in center, and right field is Blake DeLamler. The infield, Jackson Grabsky, Chase Malloy, Jesus Pacheco, Christian Coypel from left to right across the diamond. Jake Berg doing the catching tonight of Mason Adams. Runner at second base, nobody out, 1-0 Kennesaw State in the top of the first. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And Mason Adams has his first strikeout of the night for the first out of the night, and his 44th of the year for one of the nation's leaders in swings and misses this season. Mason Adams hopefully starting to settle in a little bit here in this top of the first. One out, runner at second, and Zach Corbin, the left fielder, climbs into the box. A lefty bat. Batting .333 this year, has started all 16 games for Kennesaw State. First pitch he sees is a changeup away for ball one. The top four in the order for Kennesaw State have all been as regular as they come as far as their spots in the lineup. They have all started all 16 games this year for the Owls. 1-0 pitch. Runs one in on Corbin, who scoots out of the way of ball two. Corbin readjusts the batting gloves, the switch hitting sophomore from Jefferson, Georgia. Adams a couple of glances back to second, a check on Simon, and then Berg drops one that rolls up the third base line and allows Simon to move up to third. Looked like another changeup from Adams, and it just went in and out of the mitt of Jake Berg, and the pass ball moves the runner 90 feet closer to being the second run of the inning. 3-0 the count on Corbin. After Adams got out ahead of Cash Young and was able to strike him out on a 1-2 pitch, he's still looking for his first strike of the at-bat here to Corbin. He deals and misses down and away, ball four. The one-out walk puts runners at the corners. Still just one out, but now the double play. A potential again for Jacksonville, or potential for the first time since the first batter for Jacksonville against Kennesaw State here in the inning. Donovan Cash, the first baseman, climbs into the box. He bats right-handed, working against the right-hander Adams. Runners to the corners, one out, the pitch. And it's fouled off, and that caught a piece of Jake Berg. Maybe a little more than a piece, and he is down on a knee and collecting himself. The home plate umpire walks a fresh baseball out to Mason Adams to buy him some time. It was a slider that Cash got a piece of, and that ball probably got more of Berg than Cash got of the baseball when he hit it. Two hits and a walk already here in this top of the first inning. The 0-1. Runner goes and hit in the air out into that same spot out in right center, but this one much shorter. Charging in, DeLamler makes the catch but slips and falls. Tagging up, Simon scores on the play. And DeLamler kind of took an awkward step as he made the catch, and his knee buckled from underneath him, and he almost face planted out there in right, but he makes the catch, gets the second out of the inning. A sacrifice fly for Donovan Cash makes it 2-0 Kennesaw State. Still a runner at first base, Zach Corbin, and now it's Nick Hassan climbing in. Runner at first, two outs, a throw over to first, and a close play over there, but Corbin able to dive back in safely. Adams takes a glance to first base, sets, comes home, and the first pitch into the right-handed swinging Hassan misses low for ball one. 2 runs here in the top of the first inning for Kennesaw State. And they have been aggressive at the plate against Jacksonville starter Mason Adams here in the early going in this one. The 1-0. Up and in on the hands for ball 2. Hassan, the 6th man to the plate here this inning. The catcher awaits the 2-0 pitch, and a fastball right at the outside edge of the plate, ruled to have maybe missed a little low and away. A close pitch there that Mason Adams wasn't able to get, and it's 3-0. Hassan, a sophomore from Fayetteville, Georgia, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Takes right down Broadway for strike 1. 3 balls and a strike, runner at first. 2 outs here in this top of the first. Adams trying to limit the damage here in this top of the first inning. Something that Jacksonville doesn't do a whole heck of a lot is give up early runs in ball games. 3-1 pitch. And that one is right at the knees, and a very delayed strike 2 call. Makes it a full count. Three-two count. Adams looking for the final out of the inning here. He throws over to first. Another pickoff play, and Corbin back in under the tag. Credit this Kennesaw State group who came out ready to go here on the road. They bat .283 as a team. 33rd double of the season already for the Owls, coming off the bat of Tyler Simon. Runner goes on a breaking ball that misses way outside. And a 2-out walk puts runners at first and second. And now the 7th man to the plate here in this first inning, Braden Eidson.
Braden Eidson.
Make that Braden Edson. Checking the pronunciation guide here. Ignore the I. Runner at first and second, and Mason Adams misses down and away in his first pitch, and Adams showing some visible signs of frustration up there on the mound. And it could be nothing, but it could be something. While he was completing his warm-up pitches to begin the ball game, Adams was ready to deliver his last pitch and just stopped and ended up not throwing it home, kind of followed through and fell off the mound a little bit. Right as Hatcher was walking to the plate. I don't know if there was a miscommunication there between the umpire, the catcher, and Adams as to how many warm-up pitches he had left, but he ends up not throwing that last one, and really outside of the at-bat to Cash Young has not looked particularly comfortable out there on the mound tonight, and that is not something you could say. If there's one thing about Mason Adams this season, he has looked overwhelmingly comfortable in every situation he has been put in. And he is someone who really is an even-keel type guy, so to see even a little bit of frustration shown on his face is not something you're used to. After the visit between he and catcher Jake Berg, he comes back in and misses low with a fastball. Throw down to second base, and the ball bounces off of the runner at second base, Corbin, and rolls into center field. Corbin holds up at third base. Hassan able to move down to second. And a throwing error by Jake Berg has runners at second and third in a 2-0 count to Edson. Two and 0, the pitch, and it's swung on and missed. An elevated fastball that Edson was tardy on. Edson with a chance to really give Kennesaw State a great start. It has been a good start, 2 runs in the first. But they have 2 men in scoring position with 2 outs and a chance to put up maybe even a 4 spot on the board here. 2-1 pitch swung on and missed, and a half-hearted swing at a ball that dove out of the zone evens the count at 2-2, and those have been 2 of the best pitches that Mason Adams has thrown here in this first. Two pitch, fouled straight back. the pitch count for Adams isn't even that egregious because of the fact that Kennesaw State has put a lot of balls in play early in this top of the first inning. Adams is sitting at 24 pitches. The 2-2 again, and that is sliced into shallow center field. Malloy going back, Ridley coming in. The center fielder says, I have it, and he does. And that ends the top of the first, stranding a couple of men in scoring position. Owls strike first with a couple of early base hits. They lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Jacksonville's first wraps up coming when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner.
Now,
Jacksonville Dolphins. Baptist Health, changing health.
here's a concept. You earmark 1/3 of your profits to go back into the community, to local charities. Dex Imaging does that. Dex sells and services the world's best copiers and printers, like the BizHub line by Konica Minolta and the Task Alpha line by Kirasia. And when you partner with Dex for your office imaging needs, you're helping support local organizations that help our children have a better future. Dex Imaging, committed to quality, committed to our community. Thanks for helping us create a brighter image for tomorrow.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
Kennesaw State as we head to the bottom of the first inning. A 25-pitch first inning for Mason Adams. He allows 2 runs on 2 hits, but does strand a pair of men in scoring position to help keep things within reasonable striking distance for Jacksonville as the Dolphins come to the plate for the first time here tonight. It's Chase Malloy, Jonah Diaz, Jesus Pacheco due up top 3 in the order. Christian Coypel bats cleanup tonight with Blake DeLameler 5th, Jake Berg 6th, Jackson Grabsky 7th, Elias Flowers 8th, and Cam Ridley 9th.
Number 2, Chase Malloy.
Starting things on the mound for Kennesaw State here tonight, Jack Myers. Myers, the right-hander. He is 6'7", 220 pounds, a senior from Indianapolis who transferred in from Butler. He sets his first pitch into Malloy as a fastball that misses in on the hands to begin things, ball 1. Malloy trying to get things going at the top of the order, batting .258 on the season. The 1-0. And that one is a called strike on the inner half. Another fastball from Myers. Myers making his 5th start of the season. 19 innings pitched thus far. Opponents hitting .233 off of him. The 1-1, a slider away. 16 strikeouts to just 3 walks. An ERA of 3.79 for the very tall and lanky Myers. 2-1 pitch. And he hits Chase Malloy, the national leader in hit by pitches coming into tonight's game, and he adds another one to his total.
Fielder, number 9, Jonah Diaz.
Look out, Seth DeWitt and Ruben Samayan. Your record may be in danger of falling here. Chase Malloy has been hit by 12 pitches already this year. He's averaging almost a hit by pitch a game. Here's Jonah Diaz, Jacksonville. Already a man on here, the leadoff man on in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that stays up and away from the left-handed swinging Diaz, the freshman leading the team in batting average on the season, hitting .320, making his 14th start of the year. what has been one of the pleasant surprises of the early season for Jacksonville. And now in his first conference game of his career, takes a 1-0 changeup called a strike on the outside edge. The runner at first is Malloy, who has good speed on the base paths. He has stolen a team best 6 bases so far this year, and he takes a good lead down at first. Myers. A long hold and too long for Diaz, who asked for time. Diaz tied for the second most hits on the team with 16 as they throw over to first to check on Malloy, who's back in safely without a tag. Jonah, who exploded onto the scene in the opening weekend of the season after replacing Elias Flowers due to injury in the very first game. He had 4 RBI in his second game of his career, his first start. 1-1 pitch shows bunt, pulls the bat back on a pitch that missed away. Well, Jacksonville, this is a unique team, the makeup of it. They have guys that can do a variety of different things at the plate. And head coach Chris Hayes, especially with a lot of the team speed, feels like he can take advantage of that this year to put balls in play in different ways to try and capitalize. 2-1 pitch, runner goes. It's off the end of the bat, foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jonah Diaz. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 Kennesaw State in this A-Sun Conference opener here tonight in Jacksonville, Florida, John Sessions Stadium. What has turned into a nice, albeit cool night here in mid-March on the banks of the St. Johns River. Another throw over to first to check on Malloy. This time a tag applied. He's able to get back in safely under the tag of Donovan Cash. Diaz with 10 RBI on the year. He is second on the team. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball slapped to the right side, but foul by several feet. And he is battling here in this at-bat early against Myers. Myers sets. And the 2-2 again. And it's high and away, ball 3. Myers in his first season with Kennesaw State. He is one of 23 new players on this Owl roster under the leadership of first-year head coach Ryan Coe. A transfer from Butler, a weekend starter a year ago, 11 starts for Myers. Payoff pitch, runner goes, bouncing ball down towards short. Simon has to charge a long way in, fields at the edge of the infield grass, gets the out there, the throw over to third, gets away from Malloy, who then gets away from the third baseman, Cash Young, and Malloy gets up, thought about trying to go home, but Brad Wilkerson tells him to stay put. He went first to third as he took off on the pitch on that ground out to short. And Malloy, with a heads-up play, able to move himself into scoring position on what was not exactly a routine ground out, but a great opportunity with Jacksonville sending the runner with a full count to avoid a double play first and foremost. It would have been difficult to turn it on that type of play anyway, with Diaz running well and a bit of a slow chopper. And here is Jesus Pacheco with a chance to put Jacksonville on the board here with 1 out in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. Pacheco, 6 RBI this year, batting in the 3-hole, takes a big looping breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. Malloy down at third base after going first to third a moment ago on the Diaz ground out. Good chance here for Jesus Pacheco. 1-0 pitch. Slider stays up. 2 balls, no strikes to Jesus Pacheco, who had the game-winning RBI in the top of the 20th inning on Sunday down at FIU. 2-0 pitch off the inside part of the bat, down the first baseline, a foul ball. He inside outed that one, a big looping swing. And it nearly snuck up the first base line, but it was foul by about a foot to the right of the bag. Pacheco with that open stance from the right side, waggles the bat over the top of his right shoulder. The 2-1 from Myers. And a strike 2 called on a fastball on the outside part of the plate. And the count evens to Pacheco, the sophomore. Jacksonville with a good opportunity here to strike back after the early runs put up by Kennesaw State in the top half of this inning. 2-2 pitch, and Pacheco lays off a slider that stays up and away, full count. So again, a full count to a Jacksonville hitter. Second consecutive batter that has made Myers really work for it here. Another grounder like you just got from Diaz a moment ago, and Malloy scores. Infield is really deep right now. 3-2 to Pacheco, fastball, and he shoots it the other way, foul. Do it again. Myers already starting to see that pitch count climb up as he works here early in this one. Approaching 20 pitches and misses downstairs with the payoff pitch, and Pacheco draws a 1-out walk. Runners at the corners, 1 out, and Christian Coypel coming to the plate. He hit a grand slam in that 20th inning at FIU. For Leppy, his 4th home run already of the season. He has a team-best 15 RBI on the year now, with those 4 coming on Sunday. And he's got a golden opportunity here early to get Jacksonville on the board, maybe even give Jacksonville a chance to tie this game up. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Double play depth up the middle with Simon, the shortstop, shading close to the bag at second base. Righty on lefty matchup starts with the first pitch breaking ball down and in to Coypel for ball 1. 20th pitch of the inning upcoming from Myers to a Jacksonville hitter. Coypel, the cleanup man, standing in with 1 out and runners at the corners. Deep breath from Myers, the 6'7" right-hander. Kicks and deals and misses low with heater. So it's 2-0 to Christian Coypel. Myers has not gone longer than 6 innings in a start so far this year. His last start is the only one he did not allow a run against UNCW. A foul ball hit straight back. Makes it 2-1 to Coypel. He went 4 innings last Friday night in Wilmington, North Carolina at UNCW. Allowed 2 hits, struck out 3. Had a pair of wild pitches and a hit batsman, and threw 52 pitches. Kennesaw State won that game 4-3. 2-1 pitch. Runner starts to go. Pacheco puts on the brakes. The pitch missed up and in for ball 3. And Hassan was up. He had Pacheco, I thought, caught dead to rights about a quarter of the way down to second base and looking like a deer in the headlights out there, but he never threw, and so Pacheco able to beat a hasty retreat back to the bag at first. 3-1 the count to Coypel. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The pitch. And that is hit high in the air. Foul territory right side. A long look over to the right side, and it lands on top of the visiting dugout. Harmlessly out of play. Donovan Cash and Nick Hassan were over there. But no chance to stealing out there, and it's a 3-2 count on Coypel. So 3 consecutive Jacksonville hitters with full counts. 1 out, runners at the corners. Myers from the middle of the rubber. Holds, sets, and fires. Runner goes, and Coypel hits one high and deep out to right field. It is back to the wall, and we'll see ya! 3-run home run for Christian Coypel, and the deficit doesn't even last a full inning. Dolphins on top 3-2. Well, the wind is blowing in here at John Sessions Stadium here today. Coypel, the way he was acting, he knew it was gone off the bat. That one didn't clear the wall by too much out there in right. But it is the 5th of the year for Christian Coypel, and he has 18 driven in, and Jacksonville leads 3-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the first. First pitch into Blake DeLamiler, a called strike at the knees. The 0-1. DeLamiler squirts one to the right side. This could be trouble. Cash gets over Fields, throws to the covering Myers, and beats DeLamiler by a step and a half. And there is out number 2.
Now batting for the Dolphins, catcher number 20, Jake Berg.
Here is Jake Berg now with 2 outs and the bases empty. The Wisconsin native coming to the plate to the sounds of Jump Around, House of Pain. As he looks to continue this first inning, Myers from the windup delivers a check swing on a pitch that missed high and outside, and it's ruled that Berg was able to hold up. Ball 1. Jacksonville just 1 hit here this inning, but lead 3-2. 1-0 pitch. And Berg shoots one the other way down the left field line, and this is foul by about 2 feet out in the outfield. Myers is burying pitches in on the hands of both lefties and righties, and we have seen the ball go the other way quite a bit here, except for, very notably, Christian Coypel able to pull a baseball over the right field wall. The 1-1. Off the end of the bat, another foul ball, this time over into the terrace. 2 outs, bases empty, 3-2 Jacksonville in the bottom of the first. Myers with the glove up in front of his face. The right-hander sets and fires and misses in the dirt. It bounces off the chest protector of Hassan off to the left side. Two-two pitch. It's ball 3 down and in. Full count to Jake Berg, the Jacksonville catcher, the 6th man to the plate here this inning for the Dolphins, who came up with an immediate response to the 2-spot put up by Kennesaw State to start the game. Berg gives one a ride out to deep right field. Going back to the wall, Edson backpedaling at the warning track makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close. 1 hit, but it was a big one. Christian Coypel's 3-run home run puts Jacksonville on top 3-2 through 1 here at John Sessions Stadium. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner.
Fans, as a reminder,
typical Friday night start, but not your typical Friday night game. A game that got delayed an hour and a half by weather here in Jacksonville. Gets off to some fireworks in the early going. Lightning struck in the top of the first inning, figuratively speaking, for Kennesaw State with a couple of RBIs, an RBI double from Tyler Simon, and a sac fly from Donovan Cash, and then it really hit in the bottom half as Jacksonville rode a Christian Coypel 3-run home run over the right field wall to take a 3-2 lead. We go to the second. We'll see if things settle down now. Spencer Hansen, the DH, swings at the first pitch from Mason Adams and fouls it straight back to the wall. And we have seen Kennesaw State is not going up there to take pitches. They want to swing away at what Mason Adams is throwing here tonight. The right-hander into his windup, delivers the 0-1. Hit on the ground right at the shortstop, Malloy. One step in, fields between the legs, sets his feet, throws on to first, and gets the out there. And the first man retired here in the second. Base is empty, one out, and Hudson Mims stands in. And the first pitch is a ball to Mims, who's the last man up for the first time here tonight for Kennesaw State. The 1-0, and it's a fastball called a strike. One ball, one strike to Mims. And another fastball in the low outside corner called strike two to the second baseman for Kennesaw State. One-two, swung on and missed as he chases a slider away, and the second strikeout of the ballgame for Mason Adams is the second out of the inning.
Kennesaw State center fielder.
For the Owls, we go back to the top of the order. Josh Hatcher swung at the first pitch he saw here tonight. Started the game with a single to the right side of the infield. Jesus Pacheco charging to his right. Knocked it down, but wasn't able to pick it up and throw to first in time. First pitch this time to Hatcher, and he swings again at the first pitch and sends this one into the gap in left center field. All the way down to the wall. Hatcher headed into second with a stand-up two-out double. Two pitches seen, two base hits for Josh Hatcher, who collects his 7th double of the season.
Shortstop, Tyler Simon.
This top of the order is lethal for Kennesaw State. Hatcher a pair of base hits, and here is Simon, who drove in the first run of the night with an RBI double to the right center gap in the first. He is now just 5 hits away from 200 in his collegiate career, trying to become the 8th player in Kennesaw State history to hit the 200 hit mark. A preseason All-A-Sun selection, Simon, who has really come a long way in his career. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball called a strike at the letters. Simon always talented, but he has really put it together over the course of the last year plus. And he is trying to tie this game up if he can come up with an RBI base knock here with 2 outs in the top of the second. The 0-1 from Adams. Swung on and missed. Blew a fastball down and away past him. And a good start to this at-bat for Adams, who now tries to put away Simon and strand a man in scoring position for the second straight inning. Owls left 2 in scoring position to close out the first. Can Adams do it again here to finish up the top of the second? The 0-2. And Simon does a great job to spoil that low slider and stay alive. Simon with the closed stance from the right side. Waves that bat, chokes up ever so slightly, waits another 0-2 pitch, and gets one in on the hands that he rips foul to the left side. That is a pitch that he, number one, had no business swinging at. Number two, had no business making contact with. And an impressive job by Tyler Simon to make up for the mistake swing by getting a piece of that one and fouling it off. Quick hands. A mark of a great hitter. Another 0-2. Runner goes. Swung on and missed. And Mason Adams with a pair of strikeouts, totaling now 3 on the night after 2 more there in the second, and he strands a man in scoring position again. It's 3-2 Jacksonville as we head to the bottom of the second. Grabsky, Flowers, Ridley due up when we were listening to Jacksonville University baseball from Van Wagner. Jacksonville and Kennesaw State matching up for the first time since 2019 as the first pitch from Jack Myers is a called strike on the inner half to Grabsky. Grabsky making his 13th start of the season, all but one of those at the hot corner. The 0-1 pitch from Myers is a breaking ball that may have stayed a little up there, makes it 1-1. Grabsky hitting .229 on the season, 11 base knocks, 2 of them doubles, 1 triple, and has 7 driven in. The 1-1 shows bunt and fouls it off of the catcher Hassan, who down on his hands and knees there for a moment, popped back up. But now both catchers have worn one off a foul ball. Here to start this one. A ball and 2 strikes. That has been, I don't know if you're if you had a Jackson Grabsky baseball card that was like a Pokemon card and he had like a move that did like 10 damage, his sneak bunt would be that. Breaking ball misses away, 2-2. Like Rattata with like scratch. Like that's Jackson Grabsky with his bunt. He just pulls it out at any random time. In on the hands, he pops it up, middle of the infield. And Mims, the second baseman, makes the catch over near the bag for out number 1. 1 out, and Elias Flowers.
Designated hitter number 10, Elias Flowers.
Still working his way back from that hand injury. First pitch swinging, but right at Mims, the second baseman, who is up with it and throws on to first. Flowers hustling down there is beat by a step and a half for out number 2. Quick 2 outs here in the second for Jack Myers against the Dolphins. And the 9-hole hitter Cam Ridley climbs into the box. Ridley still trying to get going here in his first year with the Dolphins. He gets a bunt down, first baseline, a pretty good one, fielded by Myers, who sails the throw down the right field line. Ridley headed for second, dug out down the line by Edson. Ridley holds up at second base, And they're saying interference is the call, and Ridley is out.
For the Dolphins in the bottom of the second, there were no runs, no hits, no errors.
So Ridley, thinking he was at second base after the bunt, is instead called out on the interference call running down the first base line. Ruled to have interfered with the pitcher Myers.
More information can be found online.
And the inning comes to a close.
Camps.com/JU. Look forward to seeing you out here this summer.
So the Dolphins down in order in the second. We head to the third, 3-2. Jacksonville leading Kennesaw State. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hi, I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1, get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced
Cam Ridley called out inside, too far inside on the base path as he made his way up to first on that bunt attempt. That ended the inning, and we head to the top of the third. So after a big-time run-producing first inning, zeros put up on the board in the second, and we start the third inning with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Kennesaw State coming up. Cash Young facing Mason Adams, and he takes a breaking ball just a little low for ball one. Young, Corbin, and Cash due up here for Kennesaw State. 1-0 pitch hit on the ground to the left side of foul ball. A-Sun opener for both of these teams here tonight, and just sort of a quirk of how things have occurred over the course of the last several years. These two teams haven't faced off since 2019. 1-1 pitch, a fastball in for a strike. Dolphins and Owls faced off in Kennesaw, Georgia in a 3-game series to end the regular season back in 2019. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Slider down and away, and Adams has struck out 4 now here tonight, including Cash Young twice. And there's one out in the top of the third.
Zach Corbin.
Here comes Zach Corbin. The base is empty and one gone. He walked his first time up. The lefty climbs in to face off against Adams, who has started to settle in here in this third inning. First pitch from the right-hander, and it is grounded foul to the right side. Of course, everyone knows 2020, there was no conference play that year when the season got canceled. And then last year, because the A-Sun split into North and South divisions, Kennesaw State was in the North division, and the two teams didn't face off. 0-1 pitch off the end of the bat, foul to the left side. They were due to play each other in a crossover series in Nashville, Tennessee in April of last year, which ended up getting canceled due to COVID. Actually, things just got kind of moved around, so the schedule was completely different instead. Breaking ball misses down and away, 1-2. Jacksonville played a different weekend series instead of going up to Nashville to face some crossover opponents from the North Division. And then because of the conference tournament, they didn't face off against Kennesaw State. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Mason Adams is starting to settle into a rhythm here. 3 consecutive struck out, and 4 out of the last 5 batters he have faced have fanned. He has 5 strikeouts now here on the night as he tries to strike out the side facing off against Donovan Cash. who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in his first plate appearance. Righty-on-righty matchup starts, and it's a fastball called a strike on the outside edge. Kennesaw State advanced out of the quarterfinal series in the ASUN Conference Tournament last year. One of the final 4 teams left over at Harmon Stadium at UNF for the Final Four as the 0-1 pitches slapped foul straight backward. But they lost 2 straight games and were eliminated in the tournament. The first team eliminated lost to North Florida and then Liberty. And Jacksonville, that was the one team they didn't play out of that foursome. 0-2 pitch. Spoiled foul to the right side. Base is empty. 2 outs in this top of the 3rd inning. 3-2 Jacksonville. 0-2 the count on first baseman Donovan Cash for Kennesaw State. Mason Adams shakes off a couple of signs, settles on the one he wants, delivers another 0-2 pitch. Another slider, a check swing, and a peel down to first, and Cash able to hold up. Adams ready now with the 1-2. A fastball upstairs that Cash takes for ball 2. Adams entered tonight as the leader on this team in strikeouts. 43 on the year. Ground ball hit to the left side of the infield. Waiting on it. Malloy off a couple of hops. Throws low to first, and Coypel unable to pick it at first base. So a throwing error on Chase Malloy.
Nick Hassan.
And that extends this 3rd inning and puts Donovan Cash at first base. Nick Hassan walked his first time up, went to second on a throwing error, and was stranded there. Out of the stretch, Adams delivers a fastball that missed somewhere, not sure where. Tough time for the umpire to blink. 1-0 to Hassan. The right-hander awaits Mason Adams' 1-0 pitch, and it swung on and missed, elevated a fastball, and got it past him. Adams over 50 pitches here on the night. He's at 53 with that last swing and a miss. He has continued to work deeper into games as the season has gone along, so he still has plenty of time left. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, chopped to the left side. This is trouble again. It's Grabsky who comes over fields, throws sidearm on to first, and rockets it in time for the out number 3. Throwing out Hassan by a step to end the inning and strand another man on. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 3-2 Jacksonville. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Golden Owls renewing the conference rivalry, the start of what is set to be an absolute gauntlet of conference play for Jacksonville this year. The A-Sun East Division is absolutely loaded. The 4 Florida schools plus Kennesaw State and Liberty. So those are likely your top 6 RPI teams in this conference are all on one side of the conference, as the first pitch to Malloy is ripped foul to the left side. And it's quickly 0-1 on the Jacksonville shortstop, who scored back in the first inning after being hit by a pitch, advancing around to third and coming home on the 3-run home run by Christian Coypel. Diaz due up second, Pacheco third. Another ground ball foul to the left side. This one backhanded by Young, the third baseman, just in foul territory. Jack Myers out for a third inning of work. Over 40 pitches now here on the night. This one his 42nd. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball buried in the dirt for ball 1. Jacksonville goes from hosting Kennesaw State this weekend to traveling to Fort Myers to face FGCU. Then hosts Liberty before traveling to North Florida and then hosting Stetson, and then everything inverts for the remainder of the season. 6 conference games against each of those teams this year. 1-2 pitch, a hanging breaking ball that is hammered out to left field, but playable for Corbin moving to his right, and he's got it for round number 1.
For the Dolphins left fielder, Jonah Diaz.
Jonah Diaz, a productive ground out his first time out, as Malloy was able to go first to third on it. Looking for his first hit of the night, however. First pitch he sees from the big right-hander Myers is a fastball that just stays up. The 1-0. Diaz watches breaking ball called a strike on the low inside corner. A ball and a strike to Jonah Diaz. Bases empty, 1 out, bottom of the third. 3-2 lead for Jacksonville, who have come from behind to take the lead here tonight. The 1-1. And it's hit on the ground, hard to the right side and through into right field. Diaz is thinking too as he takes a big turnaround first, but able to get it in quickly, Edson, and hold Diaz to a single, but that extends the hit streak for Jonah Diaz. 11 straight games he has played in, he has gotten a base hit. And the freshman is just a mark of consistency for this Jacksonville lineup. The reason why he came into tonight with the best batting average on the team. It was .320 entering the night, and he's now 1 for 2 on the evening. Jesus Pacheco came into tonight's second on the team in average, and he drew a walk his first time up. He's batting .317 this season, runner at first with 1 out. First pitch from Myers out of the windup, and out of the stretch, and it is grounded foul to the left side for strike 1. Pacheco worked the count full after falling behind early and then drew that walk and came in to score on the home run from Coypel. Long hold for Myers, and now the 0-1. And Pacheco drops a bunt down the third baseline, a beauty. No play anywhere for Myers and the Owls. That was absolutely perfectly placed by Jesus Pacheco, who bunts his way on with a single, and Jacksonville has something cooking here in the third. 2 on with 1 out for Christian Coypel, who has already left the yard once here tonight. Coypel with that home run picked his average up to 190 on the season. But a guy who's slugging well over 400. Five home runs now this season. 18 driven in for Coypel. Another RBI opportunity here, and a big swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup away for strike 1. 3-2, Jacksonville leads it in this third inning, and thinking about more, trying to expand this lead. The 0-1 pitch, and Coypel drives one out to deep center field, but playable for the center fielder Hatcher, moving deep and back to his left. He makes the catch, tagging up Diaz. Advances down to third on the long fly out for the second out of the inning. Jacksonville has a man 90 feet away, runners at the corners for Blake DeLameler. Coypel got a pretty good piece of that one, but just a little thin off the bat and unable to get it all the way out to the wall. DeLameler averaged at .263 this year. He has 6 driven in. Coach Hayes was talking about him on the Clubhouse Chatter podcast this week and how he is someone who has worked to get so much better and is still just sort of scratching the surface of his raw abilities. Myers delivers to DeLameler. Big looping breaking ball, stays up and in. Runners to the corners, 2 outs. DeLameler 0 for 1 on the night, trying to add to this 3-2 Jacksonville lead in the third. DeLameler digging in, that back right foot right there where that chalk line was in the righty batter's box. Myers sets, deep breath. 1-0 offering. Fastball high and away. Myers over 50 pitches. He's thrown 52 now here on the evening. Great chance for Jacksonville here, who have not squandered opportunities tonight. Haven't left a man on base yet here this evening, trying to avoid doing so again here in the third, especially not a man in scoring position. 2-0 pitch, runner goes and stops as DeLameler fouls a breaking ball out of play to the right side. Jonah Diaz at third, Jesus Pacheco at first, back-to-back singles this inning. And then the fly out from Coypel, allowing Diaz to advance down from second to third. Two-one pitch. Outside, ball 3. Head coach Chris Hayes flashing the signs from just outside the dugout down the third base line, claps his hands, ready to go. DeLameler adjusts the helmet and digs back in. Pacheco at first. Diaz at third. 3-1 coming from Myers. He delivers. Runner goes and stops again on a high fly ball down the right field line that gets out of play. Full count to DeLameler. Jacksonville was able to do this a lot there in that first inning. 4 guys worked the count full. This is the first time since that first inning that the Dolphins have gone deep into a count against Myers. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Payoff pitch to DeLameler. It's a fastball high and away for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded on the third free pass issued by Jack Myers here tonight. Bases juiced for Jake Berg.
Catcher Jake Berg.
9 driven in for Berg this season. He got off to a great start with a lot of early RBI in his first series against High Point. Trying to get back going again here. Great opportunity with 2 outs. First pitch he sees off the end of the bat, a slicing fly ball down the left field line. And 2 owls converging on it, but neither can get there. Foul ball, strike 1 to Jake Berg. Berg had a pair of RBI on Saturday in the win at FIU. That was his first driven in since the 25th of February against Troy. 0-1 pitch, and he shoots one out into the right center field gap, but it's hanging up there. Diving catch made in center field by Hatcher for the third out of the inning. What a play by Hatcher as he was shaded toward left, and that ball looked like it was dropping, but just hung up long enough for Hatcher to full out extend to his left and make the catch, robbing the Dolphins of several runs. A web gem in the outfield for Josh Hatcher, and Kennesaw State keeps it a one-run game. We head to the fourth, 3-2, Jacksonville leading. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Dolphins leave them loaded in the bottom of the third inning, and the lead remains just one for Jacksonville right now as we head to the top of the fourth. A 3-2 ball game and a dandy on a Friday night, just as we imagined it would be. And Mason Adams back out to work. First pitch he delivers, and it's a fastball that runs down and in on Braden Edson for ball one. Edson 0 for 1 today, flew out to center field to end that first inning. And bunt shown. Edson, though, with a drag bunt attempt, bunts it foul. After the hot start offensively for both teams, it has been 4 straight zeros thrown up on the board by the two teams combined. The 1-1 pitch to Edson, and he slaps a foul ball to the right side. A ball and 2 strikes. Bottom third of the order here for Kennesaw State in this fourth. The 1-2. Hit on the ground, up the middle, off the mound, backhanded by Pacheco, throws on the run from behind the bag at second base, but unable to get Edson out, who was moving quickly down the line. Almost a sensational play for Jesus Pacheco. Impressive that he even gave himself a chance at it, but an infield single for Braden Edson, the 4th hit of the night for Kennesaw State, and their first since the second inning. And a bunt shown, pop up down the first base line. Coypel chasing after it, unable to get there as they tried to steal one from Spencer Hansen, the DH. He's 0 for 1 here tonight. Grounded out to short his first time up. Going to throw over to first, but no tag applied on Edson as he dives back in safely. Edson this year has not stolen a base. He's 0 for 1. Deep breath from Adams, throws back over to first. This time Edson back in standing up in a very close play. And his first base coach comes over to have a word with him about maybe next time you want to slide in. Because he jumped, put his hands up to his head, and thought his guy had just been picked off trying to get back to the bag standing up. 0-1 pitch, bunt shown. It is pushed back toward the mound. Adams just elects to get the safe out at first base as he fields it moving to his left. And a sacrifice for Spencer Hansen moves the runner into scoring position.
Hudson Mims.
Runner in scoring position for Kennesaw State with Hudson Mims, the second baseman, up. 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He's trying to drive in a game-tying run here with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Adams comes home, first pitch, a breaking ball that stays up and in. For Adams now, he's over 60 pitches on the night. 64th of the night is a fastball fouled off the mask of Jake Berg to make it a 1-1 count. Adams with a long look back to second, comes home with a 1-1, a fastball on the low outside corner for strike 2. One, two, up and in. Adams trying to build off of his 5 strikeout performance here tonight. This one is ripped to the left side and a fair ball down into the left field corner, fielded by Diaz. Runner comes around third and scores, and an RBI single for Hudson Mims ties the game at 3.
Now batting center fielder Josh Hatcher.
So Jacksonville squanders an opportunity in the bottom of the 3rd, and then the game is tied in the top of the 4th. Back to the top of the order, Josh Hatcher. He has not watched a pitch come in yet. First pitch swinging in each of his prior 2 at-bats. Single, double so far on the night for the leadoff man for the Owls. First pitch he sees here, he takes a fastball low for ball 1. Adams comes home with a 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled off. Third time through the order for Mason Adams against Kennesaw State here tonight, and you know things always get more difficult the further along you get through the order as you try to battle your way against guys that have seen some pitches. Now, granted, this guy hasn't seen many pitches, Josh Hatcher. 1-1 pitch. And he lifts one high in the air out into center field, carrying back Ridley to the wall, and he leaps and cannot make the catch. It's off the top of the wall. Runner is waved around third. The throw from Malloy to the plate is in plenty of time for the out. Great relay. Ridley, Malloy, Berg, 8-6-2 for out number 2. And aggressive base running comes back to bite Kennesaw State there. A double for Hatcher, his second of the night, takes third on the throw. And a runner at third with 2 outs here now in this top of the 4th. Adams delivers to Tyler Simon, who takes a fastball letter high for strike 1. Simon is 1 for 2 tonight, has doubled in a run and struck out. 0-1 pitch, a slider in there for a strike. Simon could give Kennesaw State the lead again here if he can come up with a base hit. 0-2 pitch, slider a little bit low. Simon thought about it for a long time before holding up. Hatcher standing at third base. Simon awaiting a 1-2 from Adams, trying to keep this game tied at 3 in the 4th. He pitches, and Simon pops it up straight back into the seats. A foul ball to stay alive. Simon 7 driven in this year. His his third double of the season earlier this game. Checks his swing and appealed down to first on a slider away, and he did not go around. 2-2. Really nice pitch there from Mason Adams, who looks to execute again. It's gone from 0-2 to 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat here to the 2-hole hitter Simon. He delivers a slapper to the left side. Grabsky cuts it off, moving to his left. The third baseman throws in plenty of time, and the inning comes to a close. So Kennesaw State gets one to tie it up, but the Dolphins able to flash some leather in order to keep this game tied. We head to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 3. Jacksonville bringing the bottom third of the order to the plate. Grabsky, Flowers, and Ridley due up when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner.
These days, it's more important than ever to have a partner who
all tied up at 3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jackson Grabsky leading things off for Jacksonville against Jack Myers. First pitch to Grabsky is outside for ball 1. The Jacksonville third baseman 0 for 1 tonight, popped out to second base his first time up. Jacksonville's order completing through the second time through here as Grabsky hits a slow roller down towards short. Simon charging, throws on the run from the edge of the infield grass and retires Grabsky on a difficult play that he made look very, very easy. 1 out here in the 4th. Here's Elias Flowers 0 for 1 today. Swung at the first pitch he saw and grounded out to second. Back in the second. Eli still trying to get going after coming back from that hand injury suffered in the opener. First pitch he sees, he takes a changeup for a strike. Eli 2 for 11 so far this year. This is his 5th start of the season. A couple now in this designated hitter role. The lefty awaits the 0-1 and takes called strike 2. Boy, 2 tough pitches there for Flowers. Couldn't do probably anything with either one of them. And both called strikes, well executed by Jack Myers. See if he goes right back to that or if he tries to dial up the heat a little bit here in the 0-2 count. He delivers and misses with a breaking ball down and outside. The 1-2, check swing, breaking ball, called strike 3. And Flowers goes down on strikes. And it's the first strikeout of the night for Jack Myers, his 17th of the year. 2 quick outs here in this 4th inning, and Cam Ridley dropped a nice bunt down the first base line, but then was called for running out of the baseline as he ran up the first base line and was ruled out. So the first pitch, and all of a sudden, Jack Myers is able to work that changeup inside the righties, outside the lefties, effectively for strikes. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he elevates this time on Ridley, who's quickly behind 0-2. Base is empty, 2 outs. Jacksonville trying to avoid being sat down in order for the second time here tonight. 0-2 pitch. And Ridley takes down off of the knee of the catcher Hassan, and it kicked all the way back out into the field, and Hassan feeling the effects of that one. Ball and a strike here to Cam Ridley, the Jacksonville center fielder. Looking for his first hit of the night. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Myers with back-to-back strikeouts as he retires Jacksonville in order in the 4th. We head to the 5th. It's 3-3. Jacksonville and Kennesaw State all tied up in the A-Sun Conference opener for both teams here on this Friday night in Jacksonville. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Kennesaw State all knotted up as we head to the 5th. 6 hits for the Owls here tonight against Mason Adams. Dolphins have managed just 3 while also committing 2 errors, but one of those 3 hits, a big 3-run home run back in the 1st inning. The lone runs for Jacksonville. Kennesaw State just tied it up in the top of the 4th. Here we are in the top of the 5th. Mason Adams at 75 pitches entering this inning. And he faces 3, 4, and 5 in that Kennesaw State lineup. Here is Cash Young, 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of Ks. And he takes a fastball for a ball. The 1-0 locates with a heater on the low outside corner for strike one. One ball, one strike to count to Young. Entered this game batting .259. That average down to .250 now on the season. The 1-1 pitch fouled off to the right side as the moon starts to come out from behind the clouds right above center field here tonight. A big full moon over John Sessions Stadium. One-two pitch. And that one bounces in for ball two. Adams takes a look around the diamond before climbing back onto the rubber, comes home with the 2-2 pitch and gets a swing and a miss. And he has retired the three-hole hitter for Kennesaw State 3 times here tonight via strikeouts. That is the 6th of the night for Mason Adams.
Zach Corbin.
And here is Zach Corbin, who is one of those 6 strikeout victims here this evening. He has walked and K'd, and he stands in the lefty with 1 out and the bases empty. First pitch from Adams, a check swing foul ball for strike one on a pitch that ran up and in. Oh, 1 pitch misses downstairs to even up the count. Corbin, sophomore from Jefferson, Georgia. The switch hitter has batted left-handed all night tonight. A big swing and a miss. And it's 1-2 now on the left fielder for Kennesaw State, hitting .327 this year. That is 3rd in the order coming into tonight. High pop-up left side of the infield. It's Grabsky, the third baseman, who says, I got it. And he has it for out number 2. 2 gone, nobody on for Donovan Cash, the first baseman.
Donovan Cash.
You've got Cash Young and Donovan Cash. I wonder if they have nicknames. And I know that nobody is calling them by their names for fear of confusion, I'm sure, in the Kennesaw State team. First pitch, fastball outside edge to the righty. Cash is a strike. The sophomore from Sharpsburg, Georgia. 0-1 pitch. Same spot, same result. 0-2 now on Cash, who redshirted last year. 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground hard toward the hole. Diving stop made by Malloy. Up to his feet. Bobbled it initially. Throws on to first and gets the out. Chase Malloy using all 5'7" of his frame to lay out to his right and snag that hard-hit ground ball deep in the hole, and then an accurate throw after hopping to his feet to get the third out of the inning. We've seen some leather flashed here tonight from the two teams combined, and we head to the 6th. It's a tie game at 3. Bottom of the 5th upcoming. Jacksonville bringing the top of the order to the plate when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University. fifth inning in a 3-3 ball game, and the man who just made the big play defensively to end the top half of the inning leads off the bottom half of it. Chase Malloy is part of the top of the Jacksonville order coming to the plate here. He got things started with a hit by pitch back at the beginning of the game and came in to score on the 3-run home run from Christian Coypel back in the first. The only runs for Jacksonville here tonight. First pitch missed high from Jack Myers. 4-1. The 1-0 pitch misses down and away. Ball 2. Myers just delivered his 70th pitch of the night. Certainly sad to hear the news that John Clayton, the legendary ESPN NFL reporter, passed away here today. Pop-up foul territory right side. Clayton remembered mostly for, I think, his on-air feud with Sean Salisbury, the nerd of the nerd and jock type arguments that they would have in NFL segments back in the 2000s. 2-1 pitch misses down and away. And then, of course, a very memorable This Is SportsCenter commercial with Clayton and doing the hit in his bedroom at his mom's house and eating the Chinese food. Very funny. Had the ponytail. Pitch misses low, ball 4. A leadoff walk to Malloy, who's on base for the second time here tonight without a hit. And the go-ahead run back on base for Jacksonville here in the bottom of the 5th inning for Jonah Diaz, who is 1 for 2 here tonight with a single his last time up to extend his hit streak to 11 straight games. Malloy at first. We'll see if they put him in motion here with the lefty Diaz climbing into the box. Myers comes home. First pitch, breaking ball up and away. Some action down in the Kennesaw State bullpen. Double-barreled action down there. Looks like 2 right-handers throwing for the Owls. Used to have a nice clear view down to that right field bullpen, but not anymore. The turtle kind of sits right there now. 1-0 offering from Myers is a looping slider that is called a strike on the inner half. One pitch, runner goes, pitch is taken inside. The throw down to second is not nearly in time. Hassan tried to throw from his knees. The pitch was down and in, kind of behind Diaz. And by the time he got out in front and was able to make a throw, Malloy was already over halfway to the bag at second base, and he swipes it for his 7th stolen base of the year. He is in scoring position, the go-ahead run with nobody out in the 5th. They called a strike on that pitch. That ball was down and maybe even in the dirt. 1-2 pitch here to Diaz. Off the end of the bat, grounded back to the mound. Fielded by Myers, who then spikes the ball off of Malloy as he dove back into second base. Myers turned and threw to the bag at second, and Malloy got plunked on the right shoulder.
Dalton's second baseman, Jesus Pacheco.
So Diaz reaches on the fielder's choice. Malloy still at second as he hastily retreated back to second base on the ground ball. Excellent job by Myers to field the high-hopping ground ball, but the defenders were a little late getting over there. He was trying to lead him and then ended up just sort of spiking the ball into the dirt in front of the bag at second base, and that's right where Malloy was sliding back into the bag. And he's lucky it hit Malloy, otherwise it would have gone into the outfield. Here's Pacheco showing bunt, pulling the bat back and taking one right off the top of the number 4 on his back as he spun out of the way. Pacheco hit by a pitch. Bases are now loaded, and Jacksonville threatening again in another inning in which they don't have a hit.
First baseman, Christian Coypel.
Bases loaded for the second time tonight, and the last time Christian Coypel came up with the bases loaded was on Sunday evening in Miami. He promptly left the yard for a grand slam. Myers getting up there in his pitches. Has not thrown more than 83 in a game this year. He is at 78. And here comes pitching coach Matthew Passauer out of the dugout. And he has made the call to the bullpen, and that is it for Myers, who will not get to the 80-pitch mark here tonight. So a right-hander coming in to relieve Jack Myers, whose evening is complete after 4+ innings of work. He is responsible for all 3 Dolphins on the base paths right now. And Jacksonville trying to break the tie with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th when we return. We'll step aside. We'll introduce you to the new Owl Arm when we return. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Kennesaw State relieving Jack Myers and inheriting a relief pitcher's nightmare. Bases loaded, nobody out. Four innings and 3 batters faced for Jack Myers. His partial line is 3 runs on 3 hits. He struck out 2, walked 3, hit 2. So Pinson, they go from a 6'7", 220-pound right-hander in Jack Myers to a 6'8", 220-pound right-hander in Smith Pinson, a freshman from Leesburg, Georgia. Pinson making his 6th appearance of the year. This is his 4th out of the bullpen. 17 2/3 innings worked, 21 strikeouts at just 3 walks. Opponents hitting only .203 off of Pinson this year. So the freshman's been very good. And he faces Christian Coypel, who is 1 for 2 with a 3-run home run already here tonight as the first pitch misses down in the dirt and is blocked by Hassan, ball 1. Base is full of Dolphins with no one out as Jacksonville looks to break the tie here in this bottom of the 5th. 3-3 contest on opening night of ASUN Conference play for the Dolphins and the Owls. 1-0 pitch, down and away, ball 2. Malloy got things started with a leadoff walk. Diaz reached on the fielder's choice when Myers tried to throw out Malloy at second base, and then Pacheco was hit by a pitch. 2-0 pitch is fouled straight back. Low fastball that Coypel got underneath. Coach Hayes out of the dugout on a jog to go retrieve that one. And immediately checks the baseball for scuffs, as he does every time he picks up a foul ball. Bases loaded, no one out. 2-1 count to Coypel. Looking to drive in some more runs here tonight. 2-1 pitch, hit in the air, high out into deep left field. On the run over to the left side, Corbin makes the catch near the line. Malloy tags up. The throw into the shortstop, Simon. No throw to the plate. A sacrifice fly for Christian Coypel. And he has driven in all four for Jacksonville tonight, who retake the lead 4-3.
Batting for the Dolphins, right fielder, Blake DeLameler.
So here is Blake DeLameler with runners at first and second and one out. Coypel picks up his 19th RBI of the season. DeLameler trying to come through. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. First pitch and a big swing and a miss at a slow breaking ball there from Pinson. Time asked for and granted to DeLameler. Diaz and Pacheco standing at second and first respectively. The 0-1 gets away from Hassan, but he chases it down quickly and keeps Diaz at second base. Things tightening up a little bit here in this fifth inning as Jacksonville has pushed across his first run since the first and taken the lead again 4-3. 1-1 pitch, runners go. DeLameler reaches down and pops one foul right side and out of play. Hit and run attempt by Jacksonville, but tough pitch to do much with for Blake DeLameler as he had to chase down and away. Pinson, a couple of looks back to second base. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball hit out of the air, out into center field on the run back. Hatcher to the wall, and he leaps and makes the catch out in center. Rounding third, Diaz on the tag up, and he scores. And then Pacheco takes a big lead from first base, but then goes back. What a play to send the runner from second on a deep fly out to right center field. Aggressive base running, but it pays off. You don't see that every day, a sac fly from second base for Blake DeLameler.
For the Dolphins,
5-3, Jacksonville leads.
Jake Bird.
So a nice play by Hatcher again out in center to run it down. He makes a leaping catch into the wall, but wasn't as prompt as he could have been in getting the throw back in, and in the process, Jacksonville able to tag up Diaz and have him score from second. First pitch is a called strike as the runner takes off Pacheco, but the throw gets away from Simon, the shortstop, barehanded by Mims as he comes over to the third base side of the bag, and he throws on to third to throw out Pacheco to end the inning. So Pacheco steals second, but then is thrown out at third by Mims, 4-5. And the inning comes to a close in what was a very interesting base-running inning for Jacksonville. Dolphins score 2, take a 5-3 lead as we head to the 6th. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner on the Jacksonville Dolphins Sports Network. University baseball from Van Wagner. Nauman takes over on the mound, the lefty coming out of the pen. His first relief appearance of the season. Nauman had started his previous 4 appearances this year on Saturdays. He gives way to Michael Darrell Hicks in the weekend rotation this weekend. And he comes in with 2 on and 2 out, trying to get the lefty Josh Hatcher out to end the inning and the Kennesaw State threat and keep Jacksonville on top 5-3. So Hatcher is 3 for 3 today with a pair of doubles and a single. He's got a chance to drive in a run here. First and second, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Nauman, breaking ball down in a way that Hatcher thought about but holds up on. Nauman, 16 innings of work so far this year. Opponents hitting .292 off the southpaw. 19 strikeouts, 9 walks. The 1-0. Fastball that is tapped down the first baseline, foul. Nauman, who has been a reliever for most of his career here at Jacksonville, that started back in 2020. He was one of the more dominant guys out of the pen in the shortened season. And then in 2021, an oft-used reliever for Jacksonville as well, and a spot starter. Off the end of the bat, a high fly ball down the left field line. On the run, Diaz, and he makes a sliding attempt, unable to make the catch. 1 run comes in to score. 2nd run comes in to score. How about 3 doubles tonight for Josh Hatcher and 4 hits? And he ties the game at 5 with a 2 RBI double to left.
Shortstop, Tyler Simon.
Hatcher having himself a night. And we're tied at 5 here in the top of the 6th. Still 2 outs in the go-ahead run in scoring position for Tyler Simon. Simon 1 for 3 tonight. First pitch he sees, misses high and away from Nauman for ball 1. Nauman working from the third base side of the rubber, glances back to second base, comes home with the 1-0, and off the hands of Simon, a foul ball to make it 1-1. You can close the book on Mason Adams. Those 5 runs all charged to him. The most runs he has allowed in a game this year. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, just a little outside for ball 2. Two one. Hit hard and deep out to left field, and no doubter for Tyler Simon, and Kennesaw State has the lead 7-5. Simon hits his second home run of the year. He has 3 RBI now here tonight, and Kennesaw State has gone from trailing 5-3 to leading 7-5 here in the 6th. A 4 spot, the most runs put up by any team in an inning thus far here this evening. All of this coming with 2 outs for Kennesaw State. And here is Cash Young. First pitch he sees is a fastball down and away for ball 1. Young is 0 for 3 tonight with a trio of strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch is hammered out to deep left field, and this one is off the wall. Diaz rifles it in as Young slides into second base with a double. So it has gone double, homer, double since Nauman came into the ballgame. And Kennesaw State continuing to pound the baseball here tonight. 10 hits. Seven of their 10 hits are for extra bases. 6 doubles and a homer for Kennesaw State here this evening. Another man in scoring position. Now Zach Corbin, who is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Nauman glances back to second, comes home to Corbin, and misses down and in. And part of the issue for Tyler Nauman has been he has not been able to get ahead of hitters since he's come in. He has fallen behind each of the 4 batters he has faced here thus far and has tried to work his way back, and in doing so just hit too much of the plate with some of these pitches. Breaking ball misses in. 2-0. Corbin, the 8th man to the plate here this inning, the best inning for Kennesaw State since their first, in which they scored 2 runs. Two-0 pitch. Breaking ball down and in. A right-hander throwing in the Jacksonville bullpen now as Nauman tries to get a strike here at a 3-0 count and locates a fastball. So it moves to 3-1 on Corbin. Donovan Cash standing on deck for Kennesaw State, who have 3 doubles and a home run here this inning alone. Three-1 grounded foul to the left side, and Nauman has worked his way back in to load the count full. Something we haven't seen a ton of here tonight with Kennesaw State batters against Jacksonville pitching, because they have been so aggressive early in counts. There just haven't been a lot that have gotten deep, and this is indeed the very first count that has gone completely full to an Owl hitter here tonight. Runner at second, 2 outs, 7-5 Kennesaw State. Payoff pitch, hit in the air out into right field. Headed down the line, foul ball, giving a look. DeLamiler runs out of room. And we'll try it again. Seventh pitch of the at-bat upcoming here as Nauman looks for the elusive final out of this 6th inning. 4 runs have come in to score since he entered the ball game, but he is a strike away from stranding a man in scoring position. Another payoff pitch, and it is ball 4 outside. And a walk puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the Owls have batted around here in the 6th. Donovan Cash, 0 for 2 here tonight. Does have a sacrifice fly back in the first. And here comes head coach Chris Hayes, slowly making his way out to the mound so as to buy the reliever just a few more seconds in order to toss a few more warm-up pitches out there. And it just wasn't Tyler Nauman's night. He gives up 3 runs on 3 hits, walks a man, is responsible for men at first and second right now. Second pitching change this inning for Jacksonville, and it is Bryce Fisher making his way in out of the pen for the Dolphins. The right-hander gets loose, and we'll come back as he pitches to the 9th man to the plate here this inning for the Owls when we return. 7-5, Kennesaw State leading it in the top of the 6th. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. To the right side. And there is a good sight to see for Jacksonville and its bullpen, able to get a first pitch strike on a Kennesaw State hitter. First time in a while. Fisher, the redshirt sophomore right-hander from Orlando, looks back to second, comes home with the 0-1, and locates in the inside corner for strike 2. Fisher's 6th appearance of the year, all in relief. 11 and a third innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 8 walks. Opponents hitting .268 off of him. His 0-2. Breaking ball, high in the air, out into right center field, but playable for Blake DeLamiler, who goes over to his right, settles underneath, makes the catch, and ends the inning. And that strands a couple of men on, but a 4-run top of the 6th. Kennesaw State goes from trailing by 2 to leading by 2. It's 7-5 as we head to the home half. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Berg leads off the bottom of the 6th as Jacksonville once again tries to come from behind. They've done it once here tonight, as these two teams have traded the lead a few times here this evening. Kennesaw State had the initial lead. Jacksonville took it back from them. Then after it was tied, Jacksonville retook the lead, and now Kennesaw State has the advantage. 7-5 as we work into the bottom of the 6th inning. Glad to have you along with us. This game delayed in its start by an hour and a half here this evening, and it has been an adventurous Friday night contest to open up A-Sun Conference play. And Jake Berg takes a low fastball for a strike, and Berg cannot believe that call. Berg was at the plate when Pacheco was thrown out at third, as the next pitch misses away for ball 1. Pacheco stole second, tried to take third when the throw bounced off of him into center field, but a nice play by the second baseman Hudson Mims to throw him out at third. 1-1 pitch. Berg drives one out into right center field. High fly ball hanging up there. Plenty of time for Edson to get over and settle underneath to make the catch for out number 1. So here is Jackson Grabsky, 0 for 2 here tonight. Grabsky looking to get going. Average down to 220 now on the year. A guy who hit 300 as a freshman. A-Sun All-Freshman team selection a year ago for Jacksonville. First pitch he sees, and he lines it out into left center field, hanging out there for Hatcher. Hatcher a couple of steps to his right and squeezes it for out number 2.
For the Dolphins.
And now Elias Flowers.
Elias Flowers.
First pitch of ball to Flowers, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a strikeout. The bottom third of the Jacksonville order, the last 4 guys in the Jacksonville order have not been on base tonight and do not have a hit. The 1-0 pitch is tipped into the mitt of Hassan. So Berg, Grabsky, Flowers, and Ridley, a combined 0 for 10. Jacksonville does only have 3 hits tonight, have 5 runs though. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays up. So the Dolphins have manufactured some runs here this evening. A 3-run home run, a couple of sacrifice flies to drive in the 5 runs for the Dolphins so far in this one. 2-1 pitch, and it is sliced foul the other way. Whereas Kennesaw State has done it more the old-fashioned way, just hits upon hits, and 10 hits turning into 7 runs here tonight. 2 outs, base is empty, and the 2-2 pitch to Flowers. Swing and a miss, and Pinson with a strikeout as he has worked 2 innings of relief now. And Jacksonville heads to the 7th, trailing 7-5. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner.
And stock up on all things Nike today.
You earmark 1/3 of your profits to go back into the community to local charities. Dex Imaging does that. Dex sells and services the world's best copiers and printers, like the BizHub line by Konica Minolta and the Task Alpha line by Kirasia. And when you partner with Dex for your office imaging needs, you're helping support local organizations that help our children have a better future. Dex Imaging.
7-5, Kennesaw State leading Jacksonville. Bryce Fisher out for another inning of relief work after he got the final out of the 6th inning. And he gets Nick Hassan to lead things off for the Owls. Hassan, one of the few guys who did not come up with a big hit in that last inning, part of that 4-run 6th inning for Kennesaw State, where they went from trailing to leading, and he fouls the first pitch off to the right side. Hassan tonight is 0 for 2, walked back in the first. First full day of A-Sun action in baseball, as the 0-1 pitch is hit out in the air to right field. Couple of steps to his right, and now back for DeLamiler, who reaches up with the left hand and secures out number 1.
Right fielder, Braden Edson.
Braden Edson 2 for 3 with a single and a double in his last 2 plate appearances. Bellarmine with a 4-2 win over Central Arkansas earlier today. Jacksonville State with its first win as an A-Sun member the second time around, winning 10-1 over Lipscomb. First pitch, swing and a miss by Edson. And then other games ongoing. FGCU leading Stetson 5-0 at the top of the 4th. The 0-1. Misses down and in. 3-1 3-0, Eastern Kentucky leads North Alabama on the road. That's in the bottom of the 4th. North Florida and Liberty not playing tonight. They pushed it to tomorrow, a doubleheader. The 1-1. Foul ball straight back. They were supposed to be playing across town. Liberty ranked 14th in the country by D1 baseball. And part of, as I mentioned earlier, just a really strong stable of teams in the A-Sun, and especially the A-Sun East. Fastball sinks down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Fisher looking for the second out of the inning here against Edson, trying to retire him for the first time since the first inning. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, Edson spoils it foul. The lefty has done a nice job at the plate here tonight. Another 2-2. And Edson with another base hit as he rips one into right center field. Going over Ridley, fields the throw into second base, but it is offline, and Edson with a double, his second consecutive 2-bagger. He has 3 hits here tonight. He's 3 for 4. And that 1-out double sets up Spencer Hansen, the DH.
Designated hitter, Spencer Hansen.
Well, Ryan Coe so far has picked up where Mike Sansing left off as far as having teams that can just hit the you-know-what out of the baseball. And Kennesaw State is showing that again here tonight. 11 hits and 7 runs, and threatening here in the 7th. 1 out for Hansen, the DH. The pitch is a slider in for a strike in this righty-on-righty matchup. Oh, 1 pitch. And that one is hit high and deep out to left field. Diaz going back to the warning track and makes the catch of the wall. Tagging up Edson, the throw into third. 2 hops to Grabsky, but not in time. Edson tags up and advances. And Hansen with a deep F7 for out number 2.
Kennesaw State second baseman, Hudson Mims.
It's gotten to the point where you're seeing the ball jump off the bat, and you're almost, if you're a Jacksonville fan, assuming the worst, as they have, even their outs have been hard hit here tonight. Hudson Mims, 1 for 3. Runner at third, 2 outs. Fisher trying to keep the Owls off the board here in the 7th, and a good swing and a miss on a slider down and away to start the at-bat. 0-1 pitch, a slider that is sliced out into right field. DeLamiler jogging in, secures it for out number 3. And Bryce Fisher able to strand a man in scoring position in the top of the 7th. It remains a 2-run deficit for Jacksonville, 7-5 as we stand and stretch here at John Sessions Stadium. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner.
At the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute, we are dedicated to providing you state-of-the-art rehabilitation.
Cam Ridley leads off the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacksonville trailing 7-5 against Kennesaw State in the A-Sun opener here in 2022. Jacksonville looking for a spark. Dolphins do not have a hit since Jesus Pacheco's bunt single back in the 3rd. And a check swing, and the first pitch to Ridley is a called strike from Smith Pinson, who has thrown 2 innings of relief. 2 of the men he inherited came in to score when he came in with the bases loaded in that 5th inning as Ridley fouls one back to the netting. And it's 0-2 quickly on the Jacksonville center fielder. But has not been charged with a run himself yet here tonight, has not allowed a base runner to reach against him here tonight. And has a strikeout so far to his credit. Top of the order waiting on deck. Here's the 0-2 to Ridley. And it's a check swing on a breaking ball in the inner half. They appeal down to first. He did not go around, 1-2. Ridley standing straight up and down in that righty batter's box. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. He just does get a piece of it to stay alive. Jacksonville just needs to get a guy on. Good things have happened when they've done that here tonight as the 1-2 misses upstairs. Again, this team has been creative in how it has scored runs here this evening. 5 runs on just 3 hits. 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down towards short. It is Tyler Simon throwing high to first, and the speed of Ridley undoubtedly impact that as the first baseman Donovan Cash had to leap off the bag to make the catch.
For the Dolphins, shortstop.
And Ridley putting the pressure on Simon. Forces the throwing error, and Jacksonville has the leadoff man on. So the first one to reach against Pinson here tonight. And here is Chase Malloy looking for his first hit of the night. He's been on base twice and has come in to score both times that he has reached. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st, walked in the 5th. First pitch he sees shows bunt. The pitch is a called strike. Malloy pulled the bat back. 0-1 the count on Jacksonville's leadoff man, Chase Malloy. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. A fastball that Malloy was tardy on. And a throw over to first to check on Ridley, who does just get back in under the tag safely. And it seems like in the limited opportunities that present themselves at Jacksonville tonight, the Dolphins need to find ways to take advantage. And here they are in another one here. Nobody out, runner at first, and a speedy one at that, trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 to Malloy, way outside with a heater from Pinson. Pinson, another one of those newcomers, but he is a freshman. That is why, the Lee County High School product. Just misses away, and we have worked the count even at 2 apiece to Malloy. Pinson has started a couple of games. He also has a save to his credit this year. He picked that up opening weekend against Morehead State. 3 innings of relief out of the pen to get that save with 5 strikeouts and just 1 hit. 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul behind the plate. He started against Georgia State in a midweeker on February 23rd. Got the win. 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. 4 hits and 3 runs. Started again against Wofford in a midweek game, whom Jacksonville saw earlier. Actually, it was last year, confusing the Wofford series with when Jacksonville hosted them here at this place last season, and the Dolphins picked up a series sweep against the Terriers. Overlap in scheduling has been Troy between the two teams. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Malloy rips it down the left field line, but it is hooking foul, and it lands on top of the CP Cost Pavilion. Kennesaw State went to Troy, whereas Jacksonville hosted them. Dolphins took 2 out of 3 against the Trojans, whereas Troy took 2 out of 3 at home against the Owls. 2-2 pitch, and that is fouled off the foot of Malloy. And he is limping around after that one. And a very aggressive move there by the catcher Hassan, who rifled down to second base on a foul ball. And nobody can advance. The ball is dead. Malloy has fouled off a handful here. He has seen 7 pitches in this at-bat. He fell behind 0-2. The count is now 2-2. And he is making Pinson work for this first out of the inning. A good at-bat here thus far for Chase Malloy, looking to come away with something productive. Runner at first is Cam Ridley. And Malloy out into left field, but pretty much right at the left fielder Corbin for out number 1.
For the Dolphins left fielder,
Jonah Diaz 1 for 3 on the evening with a run scored. Long look at the barrel of the bat for Diaz before he climbs into the box. Fresh baseball for Smith Pinson as he settles onto the first base side of the rubber, all 6'8", 220 pounds of him. Ridley takes his lead off first with 1 out. First pitch into Diaz, and it's a foul ball coming right our way. Just missed off to the left of the press box. Haven't seen Ridley put in motion here yet. Now, granted, he's not the most important run. The man at the plate right now is. And he dances around at first, and a quick pickoff move over there, and he gets back in safely. Ridley can really fly. He is 3 for 4 in stolen bases this year. Third on the team. And now a bunt by Diaz and a good one. Pinson fields it, throws to first. Wow, he gets the out there on Diaz. Pinson stumbled off of the mound. He is shaking his right leg now, showing some signs of discomfort, but was able to get down there and field that well-placed bunt down the third base line and threw an absolute pill to first base to beat Diaz by a half step. So a sacrifice for Diaz moves the runner into scoring position. But it's up to Pacheco now with 2 outs. First pitch swinging and a big cut by Jesus Pacheco as he goes fishing on a breaking ball away. Pacheco's been on base all 3 times here tonight. A bunt single, a walk, a hit by pitch. He's trying to give Jacksonville its first hit since his bunt single back in the third. Runner goes, and Pacheco knocks it foul out of play to the right side, now 0-2. And a foul ball by Pacheco. He gets a piece of it to stay alive at an 0-2 count. Cam Ridley at second base. He led off this inning reaching on the throwing error by the shortstop Tyler Simon. First error of the night for Kennesaw State. Pacheco trying to drive him in to get Jacksonville a little bit closer here, trailing 7-5 in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, 2 again, an upstairs fastball. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes against Pacheco. Jesus Pacheco, 6 driven in this season. Looking for his first of the night. 1-2 pitch. Way inside, and Pacheco scoots out of the way of ball 2. Two. Big breaking ball, and Pacheco just gets a piece again. 6 pitch at bat here to Jesus Pacheco. Pinson is at 40 pitches in relief. Looking for a big out here to strand him in scoring position in the 7th. Pacheco making him work for it, however. 2-2 pitch. And Pacheco with a little flare towards short, caught on the run by Simon, moving to his right, and that ends the inning.
Dolphins in the bottom of the 7th. There were no runs, no hits.
So Jacksonville threatens, but cannot push a run across to get any closer. Still trailing 7-5 as we head to the top of the 8th. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Top of the 8th inning, Bryce Fisher back out to the mound. And his first pitch misses low to Josh Hatcher, the top of the order, up for the 5th time today for Kennesaw State. Hatcher is 4 for 4 with 3 doubles and a single here today. He drove in 2 his last time up back in the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Outside. Two and 0. Fisher hands over the heads, kicks high and delivers and locates a fastball on the outside edge for a strike to Hatcher, who has been basically Babe Ruth here today. Unable to get him out at any point here this evening. Fisher now tries the 2-1, and he gets a swing and a foul ball from Hatcher. Hatcher has 3 hits off of Adams, 1 off of Nauman. First time he is facing Bryce Fisher here this evening. Two. And a line drive into right center field, and this could be 2 bases again for Hatcher. It rolls all the way out to the wall. He gave a peek to third. He gets the stop sign there. And my goodness, that is 4 consecutive doubles for Josh Hatcher. The baseball might as well be a beach ball for him right now. He is seeing it so well.
Shortstop, Tyler Simon.
5 hits tonight for Hatcher. That might be a record for Kennesaw State. Tyler Tolvey, the last Owl to register 5 hits in a game. That was at Lipscomb on March 20th of last year. And bunt shown by Simon, and he gets hit by the pitch. So the first 2 reach for Kennesaw State here in the 8th inning. Double hit batsman.
Kennesaw State third base.
And with nobody out, Cash Young coming up, and Jake Berg wants to have a word with Bryce Fisher, who has worked an inning and a third of relief so far here tonight. Two on, nobody out. Fisher's first pitch is a swing and a miss by Young, who picked up his first hit of the night, his last time up when he doubled in the 6th. Josh Hatcher has been absolutely on fire. It all started when he reached on a leadoff single, an infield single. The 0-1 is in for a strike on the inner half. Since then, he has gone double in the 2nd, double in the 4th, double in the 6th where he drove in 2, double here in the 8th. A member of Mississippi State's national championship team last year. 39 starts a season ago for the Bulldogs as the pitch misses upstairs to make it 1-2. But did not nearly have the same type of success in Starkville. Hit 189 last year with the Bulldogs. Started all 16 games at first base in 2020 before the season ended. Runners go, swing and a miss. The throw down to third, not in time. So the double steal is successful, but a strikeout for the first out of the inning of Cash Young, the 4th time he has struck out here tonight. 1 out, and the double play.
Outfielder, Zach Corbin.
And are they calling interference on the swing? That's the only thing that makes sense because they have sent the runners back to second and first base. And now head coach Ryan Coe out of the dugout to have a word with our home plate umpire, who has had an adventurous night. And nothing looked out of the ordinary there on that swing and miss. I didn't see him step in front of Jake Berg, who was able to make an accurate throw down to third base. The runner's got a pretty good jump there. and were able to beat the throw in time. So Coe, frustrated, turns and has several more words as he makes his way back to the visitors' dugout. And a break for Jacksonville because now the double play still in effect. Runners at first and second, now one out after the strikeout of Young. And here is Zach Corbin. 0 for 2 with a pair of walks, and he swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Oh, 1 pitch. And that one in and out of the mitt of Jake Berg, and so the runners end up in their spots anyway. The second pass ball of the night. And the double play now out of the equation for Jacksonville, unfortunately for Bryce Fisher, and now the infield comes in for the Dolphins to try and prevent an 8th run from crossing tonight for Kennesaw State. It is their largest lead of the night right now. It is 2. They choose to intentionally walk Corbin to load the bases and then bring the double play back into the picture. And now Donovan Cash. Cash, who entered this ball game as the leader in batting average for Kennesaw State on the year. It is sitting at .354 now as he is 0 for 3 on the night. Base is loaded, 1 out. First pitch from Fisher, a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball down and in. Fisher battling. Cash has driven in a run on a sacrifice fly back in the first and has also reached on an error here tonight. 0-1 pitch. Grounded foul to the left side. Quickly 0-2 here on Cash. Fisher looking for his second strikeout of the night. Oh-2. And he challenges him, a ground ball back to the mound. Barehanded by Fisher, and he gets the out at the plate on the force. What a play by Bryce Fisher. A bare hand on the run, fires a strike into Jake Berg, who forces out Hatcher at the plate for out number 2. Again, we have seen some pretty sensational defensive plays here tonight from these two teams. And that is the latest one. And a pinch runner has entered the ballgame for Kennesaw State down at first. It is Nick Kalina coming in to pinch run for Donovan Cash.
For Kennesaw State, number 34, Nick Kalina.
Top of the 8th continues, 2 outs. Base is still loaded. A big swing and a miss for Nick Hassan to begin the at-bat against Fisher. Hassan 0 for 3 tonight with a walk. This feels like as big an out as Jacksonville has looked to get all night long. 2 runs in 2 innings. Anything more than that feels daunting. Ground ball down to third, fielded by Grabsky. Taps the glove twice, throws on to first in plenty of time as Hassan was barely jogging down the line, and the inning comes to a close. So Jacksonville's Bryce Fisher helps himself out with a little defense and a strikeout, and the Dolphins strand the bases loaded against the Owls in the top of the 8th and keep it a 2-run game. 7-5 your score. Kennesaw State leading it as we head to the home half. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Over for Smith Pinson, who threw 3 innings of scoreless relief. And Ryan, a 6'4", 195-pound junior right-hander, the shortest pitcher that they've used tonight, from Powder Springs, Georgia, takes over and faces off against Christian Coypel to start things off. Misses away with a fastball to begin the at-bat. Coypel tonight is 1 for 2 with a 3-run home run and a sacrifice fly. 1-0, located on the outside edge. It's 1-1. Ryan sets from the first base side of the rubber and misses high and away with ball 2. Ryan is making his 4th appearance of the year out of the pen. 5 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. Opponents are hitting just 0.67 off of him. 2-1 pitch is hit foul to the left side and out of play. Coypel trying to get something started here for Jacksonville in the 8th. And he shoots one to the left side, and that is down for a base hit in front of the left fielder Corbin. And that is Jacksonville's first hit since the 3rd inning. And the leadoff man is on here in the 8th. A 2-hit night for Christian Coypel.
For the Dolphins, right field.
He picks up his 3rd multi-hit game of the year. Already has his 4th multi-RBI game of the season. And Blake DeLameler, who has walked and driven in a run on a sacrifice fly, climbs into the box and takes a low ball 1 to begin the at-bat. Jacksonville trailing 7-5 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Trying to come from behind and win this game. Something they have managed to do a few times this year. 1-0 pitch. Bouncing ball, fielded by Ryan, the pitcher. Throws on to second. The relay throw on to first by Mims is in time. A 1-4-3 double play. And just as quickly as it started, the Jacksonville start to the inning is snuffed out. Instead of a man on with nobody out, 2 outs and nobody on for Jacksonville here in this 8th inning. And now Jake Berg. And the first pitch from Ryan is down in the dirt, ball 1. 3 flyouts so far tonight for Berg. They're playing the lefty swinging catcher to pull here tonight, with Simon located almost behind the bag at second base from his shortstop spot. 1-0 pitch misses down and in. That was the first double play turn tonight, and it couldn't have come at a more inopportune time for Jacksonville. Fastball catches the inside part of the plate to Berg to make it 2-1. And the Dolphins are down to their last 4 outs now, trying to erase a 2-run deficit. Haven't scored a run since the 5th inning. 2-1 pitch is sliced foul to the left side and out of play. The 2-2 pitch. Berg in the air out into left center field, and charging in on it, Corbin makes the catch. It caught up on him pretty quickly, but he reached over to his right, nearly overran it, and did snag it for out number 3. So the Dolphins
No runs on 1 hit.
get nothing out of the 8th despite the leadoff single. We head to the 9th, 7-5, Kennesaw State on top. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. State leading Jacksonville, opening night of A-Sun Conference play. We enter the top of the 9th inning. Jacksonville trying to keep the Owls from adding to their advantage. Bryce Fisher, 2 1/3 innings of relief, scoreless relief. And he is back out there here to start the 9th, having thrown 33 pitches and pitched very well in that 8th inning in order to strand a couple of men on, including the bases loaded when it was all said and done. First pitch is a fastball outside to Brady Edson. Or excuse me. This is the man who came in right field last time. It is still Edson. He lays a bunt down the third base line, fielded and thrown on to first in time for the out. Edson is now playing first base. That's where the confusion lied. Well, he is out at first base.
Kennesaw State designated hitter, Spencer Henson.
And there is one out here in this top of the 9th inning. The DH, Spencer Hansen, climbs into the box with one out and the base is empty in the top of the 9th. And then right as Fisher starts his windup, he asks for time and steps out. Hansen, 0 for 2 on the evening, is hit by a pitch and scored a run, takes a fastball low for ball 1. Fisher comes home with a slider and locates it for a strike to even up the count at 1. Fisher is locating well here tonight as he gets another slider in there for a strike to make it 1-2. His longest outing of his career, 3 2/3 innings, so he won't get to that unless he stays in and this one goes to extras. But he threw a 3 1/3 last weekend, and here he is again, trying to get 3 1/3 here again today. A little fister down into shallow left field, and Malloy going out from short makes the catch on the run for out number 2. And now Hudson Mims,
second baseman.
the second baseman, 1 for 4. Base is empty, 2 gone. As we approach the 3-hour mark of this ball game, 11:30 nearly here on the East Coast. First pitch in for a strike to Mims. A fastball on the inner half that Mims jumped out of the way of and then shook his head as he climbed back into the box down in the count 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball foul to the left side. This has been a very workmanlike relief performance for Bryce Fisher, and that's exactly what Jacksonville needed to help steady the ship. Now it's just a matter of if the offense can rise to the occasion in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the 0-2 from Fisher. Slider, knocked foul straight back. We'll do it again. Another 0-2 from Fisher. Slider, fouled straight back again. Mims has put together a few nice at-bats here tonight. Had the single back of the 4th inning. Has struck out in a couple of 1-2 counts. Facing another 0-2 count, 5th pitch of the at-bat. With the bases empty and 2 gone. And he lifts one foul to the right side and out of play. So he has fouled off the last 3.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Some hardy folks have stuck it out here tonight as this one has creeped ever closer to midnight on a Friday night. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Bryce Fisher gets his second strikeout of the night, and he sits down the Owls in order. It's up to Jacksonville's bats now to get it done. Grabsky, Flowers, Ridley due up when we return. 7-5, Kennesaw State leading. You're listening to Jacksonville University Baseball from Van Wagner. Bottom of the ninth inning, 7-5. Jacksonville trailing Kennesaw State ASUN Conference opener here in 2022. In order to come away with a win, Jacksonville will have to rally here in the ninth. Jackson Grabsky takes a first pitch strike, a fastball in the inner half from Jared Ryan, back out for a second inning of work on the mound. Third pitcher used by Kennesaw State here tonight. Here's the 0-1. Runs one away, taken for ball one by Grabsky, who is 0 for 3 on the night. Jacksonville's bottom three of the order are a combined 0 for 9. 1-1 pitch. Grabsky with a pop-up to the right side of the infield. And it's the second baseman, Mims, who ends up saying, "I got it," and makes the catch at the edge of the infield grass for out number 1.
For the Dolphins, designated hitter, Elias Flowers.
So Eli Flowers climbs in with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out here tonight. The redshirt sophomore. Rests the bat on his left shoulder. First pitch he sees way outside for ball 1. Cam Ridley on deck for Jacksonville, who trail by 2, 7-5 in the bottom of the 5th. Jacksonville's not lost on a Friday night this season. 1-0 pitch. And there's a fastball on the outside edge for strike 1. Dolphins won opening night 6-3 over High Point. 6-5. Rallied to beat Troy the following Friday night as the 1-1 pitch comes in and Flowers hits it foul off to the left side. Beat Butler 4-1 on a Friday night at begin the month of March. Won 4-3 at FIU last Friday evening. 1-2 the count on Flowers. Ryan comes home. Flowers out into right center field. This is hanging up there, and Mims makes the catch on the run. Going out from second base. The ball wasn't hit all that hard, but it just kept floating in the air and allowed Mims to run underneath it.
For the Dolphins,
what looked like it was bound to be a base hit ends up out number 2. And Jacksonville down to its final out, and Cam Ridley, who reached on an error his last time up but is 0 for 3 tonight. Looking to spark something here with 2 outs of the ninth. First pitch from Ryan. And it's a fastball called a strike on the inside part of the plate. Righty on righty matchup here. 2 outs, base is empty. Oh, 1 pitch. Ridley a check swing on a high fastball. They appeal to first. He did not go around. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Top of the order is on deck. If Ridley can just get on and get to it, then you got something going if you're Jacksonville. 1-1 pitch. Ridley takes away for ball 2. Ridley climbs back in. Ryan waiting for him. Delivers the 2-1 pitch. It goes inside and off the mitt of the catcher Hassan, rolling back to the wall. 3 balls and a strike. Three balls, 1 strike, the count to Ridley. Trying to reach here in the ninth with 2 outs, and he drives one out into left field, and that is a sliding catch made by Corbin in left. After he's initially sprinting out to his left, he put on the brakes and slid to a stop to make the catch to end the ball game. So Jacksonville falls 7-5 here in game 1 of this 3-game set between Jacksonville and Kennesaw State. Your winning pitcher, Smith Pinson. Pinson, with 3 innings of scoreless relief, earns his second win of the year. He's now 2-0 on the season. Tyler Nauman takes the loss for Jacksonville. He falls to 1-1 on the year. And then Jared Ryan earns the save with 2 scoreless innings of relief to close it out, his first save of the season. We're back in action tomorrow. Jacksonville and Kennesaw State, 7 o'clock scheduled first pitch between the Dolphins and the Owls, as JU looks to even the series up tomorrow afternoon. Again, 7 o'clock, we'll have the broadcast for you right here from John Sessions Stadium. With the win tonight, Kennesaw State earns its 10th victory of the year. They improve to 10-6. Jacksonville falls to 11-6 and suffer their first setback on a Friday night this season. JU now 0-1 in the A-Sun with Kennesaw State 1-0. I'm Scott Manzi saying so long from John Sessions Stadium. Your final score here tonight, Kennesaw State 7, Jacksonville 5. Looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow night right here on the Jacksonville Dolphins Sports Network. This has been a presentation of Van Wagner and Jacksonville University Athletics.
This presentation of Jacksonville University Athletics was presented by W.B. Mason, the official office supply provider of the Dolphins.